It is never too early for you to get involved. It is never too late. I got involved at year 15, 8 years not being an APTA member. I was mentored by students. I was mentored by older people. I'm somewhere in between.
All right, our first guest, before you ever saw him advocating for the profession or standing up in front of APTA House of Delegates, he was just a guy who accidentally ran a half marathon. I don't know how, but we're going to find out. Today, he's a clinic owner with a global mindset, dedicated to raising the bar for PT. Please welcome Ben Aguila. Thank you to see you. Coming nice and close. It's a radio show, and I promise I'm not that smelly. Ben, we'll get to the half marathon thing, but what does it actually mean to advocate for APTA in the House of Delegates? And I'll give context. APTA's House of Delegates is sort of like the Capitol, the Congress floor, like this type of room, but amplified by a bajillion. What does it mean to actually advocate at APTA House of Delegates? Why are you doing it? What the hell? What are you doing there?
So House of Delegates is the policy-making body of the profession, right? Basically, APTA is the voice of physical therapy in the country. It's the biggest voice we got. And what they speak is decided by the House of Delegates. So that's who we are. I was the past chief delegate, and now one of our younger colleagues is continuing that work, and I'm here to try to invite folks to understand it is a very big lever. The biggest lever you can pull to help patients is policy, and the biggest lever we've got is the APTA House of Delegates, and we represent New Jersey here with our 11 delegate strong contingent.
And why 11 in New Jersey? It's based on, I want to make sure they understand the context.
So the delegates is 400 of the sharpest minds in the planet, and you put your idea in to decide whether your motion will be accepted by all the other states. We have 11 because we have enough PTs, PTAs, and students representing us. The heavyweights in the room are Texas, California, New York.
So it's based on population.
Based on population, there's a lot of them, right? But I always like to say, when there's stuff going down, people come to New Jersey.
Oh, really? Why?
We are punching above our weight because we are very much politically engaged, and they say, if you want something to happen, you want it to be supported, New Jersey must come along for the ride.
Yeah. So if you've ever said, we should be able to, or why can't we, or we should just, for it to become a thing where you don't have to say that anymore, it needs to you to be in the room where it happens.
You basically, and this is my apologies, like after that intro, I basically have to sell to you the idea of C-SPAN is important.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what is the House of Delegates. And yes, that is there. There's a lot of like policy reading and talking, but really if you can get behind that, you can really see there's a lot of very smart people in the Garden State and all the other states that you can get to talk to if you're a member of the House of Delegates. And my mentor was a student. Some of my colleagues are students. We both have the same professors. So now, because of that, I'm encouraging you guys to really think about the idea. They're going to work on their knowledge fund. They're going to pass the boards. They're going to do all that good stuff. But if you're looking for something interesting, year 2, year 3, year 4, consider the House of Delegates.
Right. But just understand, here's what I want to tell students, right? Selling students right now, you need to get more involved. I got to be honest. I'm going to talk on their behalf. They got other stuff to do. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, you're here on a Saturday. First of all, I got to be honest, that's got to put you in the top 1% of the other students just in the country. But they've got other stuff to do. I feel like you're saying, I need you to pay attention now, understand that this is happening, and later on when you get your bearings and you're like, you know what? I'm going to be a student who stands up and takes charge, right? Like you. This is the avenue you can do it because this is the biggest lever you'll be able to make the biggest change. There are students who go right from the student section of APTA, the student delegation, right into politics. That's cool. Probably not. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you, probably not. Maybe make some bag first is my suggestion. Like earn some money.
Highly recommended.
Do nothing after you pass the boards for a while, right? Like just hang out, go on vacation. But this is here, and this is terribly important because this is how those things get changed. I just wanted to set context.
Yes.
You're trying to recruit members in the future. I'm trying to make sure they understand.
Yes, that's what's happening. Because my finish line is closer to my starting line. And people who have been in a delegation with me, they know I'm always trying to look the next greatest thing. I'm looking for the next draft pick. And I think the 1% being here already tells me that's probably one of you guys.
Right.
Probably not your classmates who are chillaxing at home. And that's okay. Because you're going to be their change agents. Because what's going to happen for the next 20 years, it's not going to affect me or him.
Right.
It's really going to be your guys. So where the profession will go is really should be correctly set by you guys. And New Jersey has mechanisms in place to actually get your voices on the table.
And I'm not supposed to say this, but the parties at the House of Delegates are pretty all right. I can neither confirm or deny what I'm saying that. As a clinic owner, how do you stay connected to grassroots of the profession while thinking globally? You are in New Jersey. You are thinking about day to day. You are looking at patients every day. You're looking at staff every day. And you're also thinking nationwide, and you're also thinking globally. How do you sort of do the micro and the macro?
First of all, if you didn't know, 1 out of 4 New Jerseyans were not born here.
Wow.
So if you're not seeing somebody, you will if you practice here. So that's maybe your context. The second piece is, one of my pastors said, if a pastor doesn't smell like sheep, you're not really tending to the flock. And that's the reason why I'm here, not with my teenagers, because I feel like if your leaders want to help you, they have to show up and press the flesh. And you are here, and so I believe you guys will do this, and you will be doing the same because you're going to be leaders in your own PTA, PT, and patient teams. You lead, maybe just not the way he's saying, but you are leading in your own right every day.
Yeah. So what's something in PT education or policy or something? What are you advocating for? We've just talked about House of Delegates, what it is, what it does. What's on the docket? Like, what are the big hot button issues that you know, if you were watching the C-SPAN of PT, which sounds riveting, by the way, I got to be honest with you. I'm glad other people find it engaging, but what are the things that hopefully will change in the next year,
so
3, 5?
What I really appreciate about APTA that's changed lately is the first conversation has now turned into this sentence: advocating for better payment.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Do we want to have better payment? There we go. Yes.
I'm a practice owner.
Yeah.
So my dream is no longer a Lamborghini. My dream is now making payroll every month. Yeah. That is my dream. And that doesn't happen without advocating for payment. And you guys have to understand there's a lot of levers that are being pulled on us and also on the balance sheet to try to fund you guys. So if we had more levers pulling and trying to make the money better for everyone, most decent owners want to help you out. But we also got to make payroll as well. And if we had more voices at the table, we really believe we can do more.
Like this or not, it's the way it goes. Squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? Or the wheel gets replaced. I mean, even think that way, right? So if you're not showing up, they're not going to pay attention.
If anybody who's watched Hamilton the play,
yeah,
the room where it happens.
Oh, I thought you were going to break into song, really.
Yes, the room where it happens is the House of Delegates.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I'm also going to say there is New Jersey is awesome, but there is a lot of really smart people out there. And if you want the easiest and fastest way to get to them, the House of Delegates through the New Jersey chapter is one of the best ways. Yeah. If I make a quick plug, New Jersey even has something called the Sheila Nicholson Leadership Award, where we take one of you, 1 or 2 students, and have you attached to our delegation, and you learn how we do things, and we take you with us to Congress. So not only do you mentor off New Jersey, you mentor off everybody else that New Jersey knows when people are approaching us and asking. 2
quickest ways, in my opinion, to get a good network in PT. 1, start a podcast 10 years ago. It's a great way to meet people. But if you can't do that, doing something like, or at least being attached to or paying attention to something like this, in terms of local, regional, national network, right? Is there a better way to do it? I mean, that's pretty good.
Yep.
All right.
It's a turnkey.
Okay, so you woke up one day and you were like, "Hey, I'm going to go for a jog," and then finished a half marathon. I'm trying to figure out how you accidentally ran a half marathon.
So I used to be morbidly obese, got some of the weight back, so I'm going to go run my first 5K. So I started running it.
Like a setup, like a setup
race. It's a 5K and a half marathon. And at mile 8, I go like, "Excuse me, sir, is this the 5K?" And you go, "Oh no, honey, this is the half marathon." I was at mile 8. It was closer to finish.
At that point,
so I grinded it out. I was also 30-something, so I could make terrible mistakes like you guys would at 30, and live to tell another tale.
I love that. How did it go? Like, how did you feel? The question isn't what your time was. The question was, how did you feel when you were done?
First, I finished, and then I did it again next year by intention, and at some point, I got to do the New York City Marathon one time.
Let's hear it for Ben.
Which I will never do again, but I did it one time.
Been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Every time we do an interview on the show, I have something called the parting shot. Are you ready for your parting shot? Last thing you want to leave with the mic drop moment. What's the one thing you'd want to leave with the audience? What do you want?
Because we are talking to our students.
Correct. It's got to be for students. That's
it is never too early for you to get involved. It is never too late. I got involved at year 15, 8 years not being an APTA member. I was mentored by students. I was mentored by older people. I'm somewhere in between. So this is me. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a Mick Foley. I'm a transitional champion. I want to find the next champion. I want to find the next graphic and hope somebody here will be one of those persons.
Let's hear it for Ben Aguila.